guys, welcome back to Asia Kamara TV. Today we're going to be doing the long-awaited, full-out, in-depth tutorial on how I do my makeup. My mother has complained and I'm going to be obedient.
You better listen to what mama say. Mama. Yeah, you better listen to what mama say. Don't want no drama.
And do a video slowed down, or more in-depth video. For her, for my sister, I also have a YouTube friend that was like, hey, like, girls are gonna wanna see you do something like more slow. So that's what I'm going to do today. And it is going to be a long video. So I beg of you, grab a snack, grab a drink, not a drink like that. But if you do, a glass of wine, not too much, because you want to not be impaired. You want to be in your right mind, you know, so you can soak in all of the information. All right, let's get started. Okay, I tell you guys all the time, you need to start off with a fresh face. So that's what I did. I washed my face. It's nice and clean. Oh, I have a little spray from my hairspray, but that's okay, okay. So we are going to start off with the hour. And everyone who knows me or watches my lives on Facebook knows I use Pond's. I swear by it. I love it. It's everything to me. Pond's. Smash it. So start off with your Pond's or whatever moisturizer you choose. It feels so good, especially like after you wash your face. You definitely have to moisturize. Oh my gosh, it feels so good, especially after your face is just sitting there dry. Okay, next step. Your next step is brows. And you're gonna start off by brushing your brows upward. Now, if you are looking for a brush like this, you're gonna use, you can get it at Ulta or somewhere like that. I got mine with my brow mousse from Tarte, came with it. I swear by this stuff, man. Like, I know y'all get tired of hearing me say Tarte, but I love Tarte. Tarte is my holy grail. That's something like I will stick by. So, you're gonna start off by priming your eyebrows. I have started to use, which if you watch my channel, you see I'm always switching it up. I'm always looking for new ways to improve or change. So now I prime my brows and I do it with concealer. That's right, you heard me, concealer. Now, I don't know, like I know they make like primer and all that kind of stuff for certain things, but me, I do what I want. I don't care if anyone else does it, or I don't know how other people do it, but this is how. And I use e.l.f. in the shade medium beige. This stuff is similar to Shape Tape, but it doesn't do the exact same job, I will tell you that. But for my brows, this is what I'm using. And I found that it's easier for me to get the product on my eyebrows and actually get it to stay, and it fills in more. So I'm gonna start off by dabbing 1, 2, 3. 1 in the front, 1 in the middle, and 1 on the outer corner. And then I brush the product into my brow. So you want your brow to kind of disappear a little bit into the skin, and that's how you know it's fully applied. All in between the hair. All up in there. Look at my little mustache. Oh my gosh. Okay, so have a little too much product, so I'm gonna just kind of blend it out. That's okay. Next on, now let's blend it out lightly. Okay, now I've already shown you guys how to do brows, but I'm gonna show you again. This one's for you, Mom. I love you. This one's for you. So your brow should look like this. Now we're gonna start off with our Tarte Amazonian clay. You wanna make sure your brush is angled like this. The higher end goes at the front. This is what you use to like draw, kind of. Like, don't judge my nails. I see y'all judging my nails. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
These are for my birthday, so y'all know that they're a few weeks old or a couple weeks old, so don't do me. They still cute, but so you're gonna start here and lightly stroke. Here you're gonna get a little heavier and go up. I'm just gonna follow the bottom part of your brow. It's that simple. Then curve it on around. Bring it around.
Don't forget it. Now it's time to bring it around town. Bring it around town.
Okay. That's how you do it. In the direction of the hair, you're going to brush the product into the hairs. I found that my brows look a lot more natural also when I use the concealer on my brows. It looks a lot more like hair-like. Uh-oh. If you make mistakes, it's okay. You can clean it up with your concealer. But things like eyebrows and stuff, y'all, it takes time. It takes time. You can't rush through stuff. You cannot do it, especially with your makeup. For it to look good, you have to take your time. Good things take time. Alright, I'm going to do my other brow off camera because I don't want the tutorial to be too long. And then I will be right back. Okay, so after I've brushed up to like this part where the hair begins, I'm going to take my little spoolie brush and brush up. Kind of start here and like move over. Brush the product over and give it the ombre effect. You're gonna brush that line out like that. And you can go ahead and brush your hairs up a little bit again. The top, it's optional. You can leave it as is, or I'm gonna go out a little bit more. You can do like this and leave it and just do the bottom with concealer, which I think I'm gonna do that today. That's for like a more natural brow. If not, you can tell in my other tutorials, I like line from here over with it, and then I clean the whole entire brow up. But today I think I'm gonna go more natural. My favorite concealer for cleaning up my brows is Glamouflage. This is a shade Tan. Just need a little dab for natural brows. If you want more dramatic brows, I use a lot on the top of the brow and the bottom. You need an angled brush, like such, a sturdy one that doesn't really move too much, because this is kind of like your pencil. And you start, I'm gonna start here on my nose area and just underline. Don't rush, just do light, small strokes so that you can be precise. And it needs to be angled the same way with the higher end leading the way. Okay. And the reason I started the nose is to make sure they match, you know, and they're not like one up here, one down here. You want it to be even. Okay, blend it out. You see any mistakes, clean them up. I will say makeup is very tedious.
You cannot be lazy. It's not for lazy people.
You want to look your best, you got to do your best job. All right, clean up the middle. And you're gonna blend down and over and down. Do the other one off camera. A couple of facts for people that are wondering. I know my mom's gonna be like, where do I get that? Where do I get that? Glamouflage, you can find that at Walmart, and pretty much everything else you can find at Ulta or Sephora. I prefer Ulta over Sephora because they have Shape Tape Concealer, and Sephora doesn't sell, as far as I know, at least where I live, they don't sell it, they don't sell Shape Tape. And that's a bummer. So my brows are done. I do want to clean them up a little bit more under here. But yeah, Morphe brushes. I use Morphe brushes. You can find those at Ulta. You want to make sure it's completely blended out. Ooh, girl, I can go out like this and I'm ready, okay? So, we're done with brows. The next step would be pulling down some concealer, which I'm gonna just put a little bit because since I did a natural brow, you're gonna do a little dab of concealer. Again, this is the way I do mine. I don't think, and this is my personal opinion, I don't think there's a set way to do makeup. I think it's the way that works for you. If you find that something works and it looks good to you, because your opinion is really all that matters, then why conform to everyone else's standards? No ma'am. Why conform to everyone else's standard if it's working for you? So blend this out. I'm using this little brush because I can't find my bigger brush right now. But this is also a little small concealer brush. It's a Morphe brush also. blend that on out. Once you blend it, you want to make sure it's very seamless. See how there's a space here? You don't want that. You want it all one color. And I brush it a little outside of my brow. And a little under, so it's like that. Kind of like on my nose, if you can see that. That's how I do mine. Because you want everything to come together and be seamless. So this is all not blended. Blend, 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 blend. Blending is your best friend, like I said.
You cannot be lazy. You cannot be lazy.
That's pretty good, I think. If you've gotten this far into my video, please subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell for post notifications so that you can be notified every single time that I post, because there's gonna be a lot of good stuff coming. I promise. And when doing this, as you can see, that it already got messed up, you wanna move fast and you wanna keep your lid closed. Because you don't want like cracks and lines going through here. So if that does happen, go ahead and blend it out again. You want a plain, seamless canvas. A lot of times, if you're not doing vibrant colors, you can go ahead and set your concealer with a color, a light color like this, or this, or this. It depends on, you know, your personal preference. I'm gonna set it. I'm gonna use this color right here and set with like a fluffy brush. Kind of pat it in. Right up there by the brow. There we go. I forgot to mention, well, first let's see. I blended here. I want you to see. I blended here, all the concealer from over here to here, all in the middle to get that seamless type look. And over here I did it. Blend out to the end of your eyebrow. Okay, and then you're gonna like blend with your beauty blender, blend this area out. You're gonna grab a light shade. You wanna always start off with lighter shades. So I'm gonna use this lighter brown because I'm doing a natural look. Use this lighter brown and kind of like press it in. Scooch in a little closer so we can get a little more intimate. Okay, now that we've like, you have to just keep building, right? Packing and building, packing and building. That's what gives you the best look, okay? Now, on the outer corner, you want to use a circular motion. Once you get about here, you're going to start going in a windshield wiper motion. You don't want to get too close to your brow, but you do want to kind of get close to your brow, but you do want to still have that little space there. pack, circular. It's hard to explain and do at the same time. Windshield wiper motions. You just keep on packing and building. It depends on how defined you want your makeup. I'm doing a soft glam, but natural. I'm doing a natural soft glam. So you don't have to do too much, you know, just enough. Okay, pack it on. And then blend again. Circular motion. I'll grab a little more because we need it to be like bam, but not like bam, you know? Just like, you know? That's how you want it. Natural, soft, sensual. I don't even know if that would be a word you can use for makeup. Yes, it can. Seductive. No, just kidding. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, this takes time. I'm gonna use my M433 brush by Morphe. I was using the M503 brush at first, but I want more of like a airbrushed, I guess, type look. And this is more like a pointy, not really pointy, but more sturdy than the 503 brush. The 503 brush kind of like, it's more fluffy, so it kind of has more give. This has a little less give. To me, it's better. Yes, you see how that's coming out? Blend, 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 blend. For the outer corner of your eye, you want to make sure you're covering all areas that the concealer touched, and don't miss a spot. I'm gonna pack it with the M503 brush like I did the other side. Just a little more to give it that For a little more brightness, going back over my inner corner with this and just patting it. Since this is a natural look, it doesn't really matter to me where I'm putting or the brush that I'm using, because we're not going for like a defined, dramatic look where everything needs to be sharp. So just to blend it out a little bit. Next, I'm gonna pack on this slightly glittery color. It's called Uninhibited. And I'm gonna pack it on the outer corner. A little more. Kind of bring it over into that lighter shade a little bit. Grab a little more. Bring it to the outer. Okay, and for a more blended, precise look, I'm gonna use my M433 brush and kind of just blend it, circular motion. My lips are crusty, oh my gosh, hold on. We can't go out like that. Okay, back to business. All right, so gonna blend in a circular motion and then drag it up a little bit, just a little bit. It's hard for me to go in a circular motion on this side, I don't know why. I think it's the way that my hand is sitting. Anywho, and then you're gonna drag that over. In the crease area. Grab a little more product, tap your brush, and circular motion to like blend it, and then over here you're gonna go sideways and a windshield wiper motion, and like my little cousin would say, tornado on the outside, and then windshield wiper on the middle area. All right. Now, you can stop here if you want, but I want the outer corner to be a little more vibrant. So I'm gonna go pack on this dark brown here called Keep It PG. This is my ColorPop palette, by the way. I love ColorPop. It's affordable. Yeah, I need that. I need that. That's what I needed, that extra oomph. I love ColorPop because it's affordable and it's good. I mean, it's good. So I'm gonna blend that out. I'm gonna grab a little bit more of that Uninhibited though and like help blend that out with that. Ooh. And then blend the outer corner. You want it to look faded, kind of smoky. gonna just blend it in this direction. I find that helps me better on my left eye. I don't know why it's harder for me to blend. Okay, you see how it's kind of coming together? If y'all can see that or not. Okay, now I'm going back in with this shade Send Noodles and blending out, oh my gosh, blending out these two colors to give it more of a blended like look. And another tip that I wipe your brush off so it's not like harsh, coloring once you get up into this area. Another tip that I like to use is I pull my lid up. Oh snap. Pull my lid up. To make sure it blends out really well. It's kind of too close to my brow. But hey, it doesn't really multi. This just helps you blend really well. Can't really tell on camera, but it is blended really well. Everything is good today. For my cut crease, I'm going to use this e.l.f. Camouflage Concealer, and it's shade Tan Sand. I'm gonna use this lip brush right here. I'm gonna take a little of the product. Bear with me, guys. And close my lid. Look up. That's where you want to make your mark. So, kind of follow that guideline. Kind of stamp. This is optional too for beginners. You don't have to do this part. You can stop at this. So you kind of start out there, grab concealer, and you want to use a lot, but not at first. I don't use a lot at first. I make my line so I know where I'm going, and then I go back and grab more concealer. You cannot blink when you're doing this. And do not open your lid. You want this to dry the same way you did the first time. You're gonna blend it out. Be very careful. There's no rush to get finished. It's not a race. So this is pretty much dry. This stuff dries really fast. You want to take this part and turn it and blend it out. I'm gonna go fast on this part because it's drying. And you don't want it to dry looking like that, so blend it out. Turn it back flat here. Back to the flat side. And there you go. For your cut crease. Even though I think it's pretty dry, I'm still gonna go over it with my beauty blender and press it lightly. Okay. Now I'm going in with my NYX Shimmer Down Pigment in the shade, this is SDP 05. So SDP is Shimmer Down Pigment, and then it's the number 5. I take that same concealer brush, dab it in there, and glide. Put the concealer there. Not so much. I think because I'm using like natural colors, but I guess it is probably full glam. Who knows? Yeah, it will be full glam once I'm done. It's not what I intended, but that's what's going on. So follow the top of that line. Okay, then you want to just kind of blend that out, same way with the tip. Okay. And you're gonna take your brush and your darker shade that you used before, which I'm using Keep It PG, and I'm just brushing it inward lightly. Kind of tap, 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 and brush it inward. Then you're going to take a brush like such. This is the M507, using the Keep It PG shade again, and then just kind of lightly. Make sure you dust your brush off first. I just did not, but make sure you dust it off, and then don't touch the line, just go right above the line. Close your eye, don't squint, don't do this. Just close it. Nice and relaxed. You don't want to brush that crease line off, so it's important not to touch the crease line. Okay, so I did the other eye off camera, and now I'm going to use a wipe to clean up the outer. So I just start off really low, and then I work my way up to make sure I don't take off too much of the shadow, and to make sure it's the exact shape that I want. Then I wipe off excess like glitter and eyeshadow from underneath my eye. Then, since I just wiped all of that off, that means I wiped off my moisturizer, so I go back in with my Pond's and tackle this area right here. And I'll let it dry. Next, I go in with my liquid eyeliner, which I use Wet n Wild. You can find this at Walmart. You can find it at, I don't know if they have it at Ulta, but I know you can find it at like CVS. And I start my liner out here. I kind of follow the lining of my eye. I don't know if you can see that line there, which means I'm gonna have to go back and wipe some of the excess eyeshadow, but that's okay. I'm gonna show y'all how to do it like a boss. You can't be nervous, you just do it like this. Once you get it in your head that you got it, it literally glides on. Like, it's a mind thing. I promise you, it's a mind thing. You gotta be like, I got this shit, you know? I'm a boss ass bitch. That's how you gotta be.
I'm a boss ass bitch.
That's how you gotta see yourself. Just do it on this side and I'm gonna show y'all how it's really done. Like that. I'm gonna add an angle to like where your brow is, which I'm gonna clean that up and it's gonna be like that. Bruh, I need to get some more eyeliner. Then you go from the middle down. Then you kind of glide it across like that. Usually it glides on better than this, but because I'm out of products, it's giving me the problems. Annoying. Okay, inner corner. Kind of gradually at a slight angle, make it like go up like a like you're walking up a hill, kind of. So like you're starting at a low area and rising upwards like that. And you see how it's kind of skippy, just go in and lightly fill. But not the shaky hands. Make sure your hands ain't shaky. I'm gonna show y'all the eyeliner on another day when I have full liner. And I can really just glide it on and show y'all without problems. Gradually just pull the product up, make sure it doesn't go below this area, clean that up, and then you want to make sure your liner matches on both sides. Like this one's a little bit shorter, kind of, so you don't want it to be like short over here and then like long over here. See that? So clean it up. how you get some fierce liner.
There's a load of barnacles.